Turning to international news, the war in Ukraine could be entering a new phase. NBC News has learned that Ukrainian forces have now launched their much-talked-about counteroffensive. That's according to a senior officer and a soldier who spoke to NBC on condition of anonymity. NBC News foreign correspondent Raf Sanchez joins us now from Zaporizhzhia with more on this. So, Raf, you were one of the people who broke this news. Tell us what you're learning and what Kyiv is saying about it.
So, Joe, we have known for months that Ukraine's military was planning for this counteroffensive. They were training, they were marshaling their forces. But when exactly they were launching their attacks was one of their most closely guarded secrets. As you said, a senior Ukrainian officer and a soldier near the front lines here in Zaporizhzhia now confirming to us that the counteroffensive is underway. They would not go into details about where exactly Ukrainian forces are attacking, nor exactly what their objectives are, but we know from both the White House and the British government that there is intense fighting underway along multiple sectors of that hundreds-mile-long front line in the east and the south of this country. Kyiv, President Zelensky have maintained a strict policy of not officially commenting on the counteroffensive, but this is a very significant phase of this war because this may be Ukraine's last best chance to make significant gains on the battlefield. The Ukrainian military is flush with those Western-supplied weapons, but they also know that time is not infinite for them, and they are very closely watching the politics in Washington now that the Republicans are in charge of the House of Representatives, where there is a lot of skepticism about continuing to send military supplies to Ukraine.
Raf, there have been reports of heavy fighting in the Zaporizhzhia region where you are. The Russians, they say they've repelled several Ukrainian attacks. What is the situation like over there? And remind us just how important this region is strategically.
Yeah, so both the Russians and the Ukrainians confirming that there is heavy fighting underway to the east of us. And what you're seeing on your screen right now is drone footage from the Russian Ministry of Defense. If we could maybe just bring that drone footage back up again. This is footage not verified by NBC News, but we have shown it to two independent analysts, and they tell us it shows something very significant, that what you are seeing on your screen are Western battle tanks, German-made Leopard 2s, in action, deployed by Ukrainian forces for the first time in combat. Now, we know Ukraine has been holding back some of its best weapons, some of its freshest troops for this offensive. And the fact that these Western battle tanks are now on the front line is a sign of just how significant this counteroffensive is, and that the Ukrainians really are putting all their chips on the table.
Raf, let's talk about the other big story from this week, that dam collapse earlier this morning. Kyiv claimed that it had proof Russia was behind the incident. What can you tell us about that and the reaction to that?
Yeah, so Ukraine's domestic security agency, the SBU, has put out what it says is a recording of Russian operatives acknowledging between themselves in a phone call that they were responsible for destroying the Kakhovka Dam on the Dnieper River. NBC News has not verified that, and we should be cautious about this. As well as the war on the battlefield, there is an information war, a fight to shape the narrative here. The Kakhovka Dam remains under Russian control. The dam itself is almost entirely destroyed, so it is extremely difficult to get direct evidence of what happens there. But Western officials are saying the intelligence they have appears to indicate or lean towards the possibility that it was Russia who blew up the dam. Guys.
Raf Sanchez in Ukraine. Raf, thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.